The devils, bless the mothers, bless the youth. Tell them the truth, turn off the television lies, realize the size of your face. Outer space, tension cut, was before the mind, before the movement, no convention on. That's before the mind, the movement, the rest is gone. The rest is gone. You're now watching The Wash Daily. Today in news, lots of exciting news today. One of the things that happened, Maine, the school is, I think, Baylor University in Maine is starting a cannabis program. They're going to have a program where you can study how to run a dispensary or grow cannabis or understand what plants do. Kind of cool stuff. And you might be thinking, well, too bad I don't live in Maine. Good news. They're doing all their courses online, so they can have the most amount of people sign up for their weed courses. Sounds like a good time. I want to join the fraternity of cannabis users. Well, actually, I already did. I'm in a big fraternity of cannabis users worldwide. You know, that's how it is with cannabis users. You can go somewhere and you can meet somebody and they'll see you have a Nature's Harvest hat on or a Cannabis shirt, something like that. And they'll be like, oh, we're already friends. You know, you can be friends with somebody, weed smokers, with other weed smokers, like right away. I've had it happen my whole life. One time I was in Colorado. I was on a snowboard trip there, and I was on a chairlift, and I met a guy who's in Colorado. This is in the 90s, and I didn't have much weed with me. I had some weed, but he gave me like a quarter of weed just because I didn't have any weed, just for nothing. And this is before legalization too, so this was like, it was kind of a big deal. Anyway, that's what's good about weed smokers and cannabis and weed college. You can now go to weed college at Baylor University in the beautiful state of Maine. I love Maine. I think everyone should go to Maine. Also in news, there's also other news too. There's like 3 news stories. One of them is the Navy. The Navy issued a warning because the Navy, you know, basically the whole entire military are reliant on people being, I won't say too much about it. Let me say this. I'll say it this way. Cannabis undoes MK Ultra. It's very well known. If you've been programmed by MK Ultra, enough cannabis, you will be unprogrammed by it. I'll just say that. Now, Monster drinks by Pepsi. Pepsi uses aborted fetus stuff in their flavoring, I guess is what people think about Pepsi. I don't know if it's true. I haven't looked into it, but Pepsi now is using hemp in their product, Rockstar drinks. You know, Rockstar drinks, that wasn't always a Pepsi product. That was an independent product out of Las Vegas. And I think the guy Mike Savage, is that his name? Mike Savage? He's a radio host. I think his son started it. Pepsi bought it up, and now they're putting hemp in it. Which I typically don't like Pepsi, but that's actually a good move. Good job, Pepsi. Way to put hemp in your soda. Well, the United States military doesn't think so. In fact, the Navy sailors, I guess you call them sailors, Navy personnel has been warned about using energy drinks that contain hemp, and specifically the Rockstar one. Because what they're saying is if you use any hemp, you might lose your job, you might get court-martialed for being high, because in the military, you can take all the drugs, just not weed. Because they will jam the shit out of your arm with like experimental vaccines and all kinds of stuff. Anyway, you know about that already. I'm belaboring the point. But here I do. You know, I don't know what's going on with this phone, but it doesn't like to go in the horizontal mode, which is, I guess, landscape mode. Instead, it's forced me to do portrait mode. I'll figure that out later, too. Also, try to get the intro back together. I don't know. Oh, today's music was Joey Slicks live at the Blue Room with Seti Zoo was on there, ARC was on there, lots of people. Now, that's good because music is great, but next week we'll do better with music. And even though it's Friday, this is actually Thursday's broadcast, Thursday's news, because I fell asleep by accident yesterday and I didn't do the news. So I'm doing it now. So this is yesterday's news. I'm just late with it. And then there's a third news story. Let's see if I can remember what the heck it was, though. I don't know. There was like definitely a third news story. So it was the Navy can't drink soda with weed in it because you know, they don't want the soldiers ruining all their MK Ultra training. And then what else?
Then what's the end of the story? I forget. There's a third story though. Let's see if I can think about it real quick. I forgot. Oh, there was one story that was real dumb. What the heck was that story saying? It was like a 10-second story. It was like, turns out weed's good for pets. That wasn't the story, but I'll just say that was the story because I recently found out there was these cows and they were feeding. I think High Times recently covered the story yesterday, but it's been a news story for at least a week. Some researchers were looking at feeding animals hemp. Obviously, hemp is very good for animals. It always has been, and they have to create this illusion like the scientists of the world are gonna save us with their infinite cannabis knowledge and with their procedure for testing for THC, keeping everybody safe. This is so dumb. These people don't understand plants. So if you're getting your medicine from people who don't understand plants, and your medicine is plants, it's like getting your pharmaceuticals from people who don't understand pharmaceuticals. So beer is not weed, and weed is not Prozac. Thanks for watching The Wash Daily.